Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Let's Learn Together. So today we will be solving activity 7.1.2 of English class 9. So let's see what this activity is talking about. Now reflect on the notices and guidelines you are usually informed by your school. Then discuss the following questions in pairs or groups. Finally, share your responses with the class. That means, look, in this activity, you have been introduced to six questions, and these are basically about that what kind of news or notices you receive from your school, and what sort of language do they use in these notices or news, and how that language is different from the language that we use in a casual way in our day to day life. So you have to address those differences. You have to write about the characteristics of that professional language that is used in different notices that you receive from your school, right? So these six questions are about that, and now we can go for the answers, right? All right. Okay, so here you can see the answers of all these six questions have been given. So, as you can see, the first question was, what are the things you are usually informed by your school? That means, what sort of things does your school inform you? It can be about some event, or it can be about when your school is going to open, it can be about an upcoming competition that they want you to participate in, right? Or it can be about your fees or anything relevant to your school activities. Okay, so it's written here that we are usually informed about events, examinations, holidays, rules, regulations, changes in schedule, and special instructions. How do the school officials inform you? That means these are the sort of information that they inform with, that they tell you about, right? Which you have answered here. Now, in what process do they send that information to you? So the school officials inform us through written notices posted on the bulletin board, announcements during assemblies, and messages sent to our parents via SMS or email. That means they send those important informations through like bulletin board or through SMS or email, or sometimes they make announcements during assemblies. Sometimes they make announcements in the class, right? Okay. Then the next question is, what type of words, sentences, and expressions and tone do the school officials use to inform you about something? That okay, in the last question you have come to know that what process, in what process they send you the information. Now, what kind of phrases, what kind of words or sentences they use in those messages? So the school officials use formal, clear, and precise language with polite expressions and a respectful tone to ensure the information is understood and taken seriously. So basically, in this answer, they want to mean that the language or the type of words, sentences, and sentence structure that they use in those messages or notices are somewhat professional. They contain a formal and respectful tone so that it can reach all the audience, and so that the messages are taken seriously. Okay, you won't see basically any informal words or just casual words in those messages. It would be really professional. Okay, then do you find any differences between the languages of those notices or orders and the language we usually use? If yes, what are they? That means the language that is used in those professional notices that you receive from your school, and the language that you usually use in your day to day life, what sort of differences can you see in them? So, yes, there are notable differences between the language used in official notices and the everyday language we use, obviously. Official notices are written in a formal style with complete sentences, proper grammar, and specific vocabulary that aims to be clear and unambiguous. That means there is no place of, there is very little part for misinterpretation or debate. Most of the things are very clear and precise in the formal notices. Then, in contrast, our everyday language is more informal and casual, often including slang, contractions, and colloquial expressions. That means colloquial expressions mean like the informal expressions, basically. Okay, so our day to day life's language is very, it can include wrong grammar. Okay, when we say something, even if that time we are saying it in a wrong sentence structure, it does not make a huge problem because at that time we are verbally saying it, so people won't notice it that much. But when you are writing it, let's say in a formal notice, that time you cannot do this sort of errors, right? That time you have to be very precise. So that's another difference between the formal language and informal language, simply. This difference helps to emphasize the seriousness and importance of the information provided in the notices. Okay, that means this is what, like, these differences are what that makes the notices or the official informations that we receive from official institutions serious or sound precise and sound very undebatable. Okay, now, the next question is, why do you think the school officials use a different type of language to notify you? That means, okay, so you know that school, they use a very formal tone to address any information towards you. But why do they use this type of different language? That is because school officials use a different type of language to ensure that the information is taken seriously and understood clearly. That means for clarity and reaching the audience in a serious way so that nobody takes this information lightly. All right, that's why they use this sort of formal tone. Formal language conveys authority and professionalism, emphasizing the importance of the message. That means this formal language, they express authority and professionalism, emphasizing the importance of the message. Right. It also helps in reducing misunderstandings and ensures that all students and parents comprehend the instructions or information in the same way. Okay, so that means, like, basically for clarity, they meant that so that nobody interprets these messages in different ways. So that the main essence of the or the main importance of this message is reached equally and in similar way to everyone. Now, the next question is that, do you think the language of the school notices or orders should be different? If yes, explain your answer. That means you know that school notices have different sort of language, right? Now, do you think that this is important? Do you think that having a formal tone, having a different language while writing any school notice is important, or it would be fine if it is casual? So let's see the answer. Yes, the language of school notices or orders should be different from everyday language. The formal and structured language used in official notices helps to clearly convey important information and instructions, leaving little room for misinterpretation. This formality ensures that the message is communicated with the seriousness it deserves. Using formal language in official communications sets a tone of respect and professionalism, which is important in maintaining the school's authority and the students' and parents' respect for the institution. That means, all in all, it is very important to maintain a professional language tone in these notices or orders that we receive from schools, so that it sounds professional, so that it can demonstrate the authority of the school, or it can demonstrate the importance of the message or the seriousness of the message that you are receiving, and to leave a very little space for misinterpretation. That means it should be very precise. This preciseness is very important. All right. So these are the answers to all these 6 questions, and I hope that you have answered them, or else you can take screenshots or you can pause the video. Then, all right, I think that's it. Okay, so that's all for today's video. If you liked the video, then please like, share, and subscribe. And if you need any sort of improvement, so let me know in the comments section. For today, goodbye. We will meet in the next video.